There's going to be a point where the market changes and it's going to cause a lot of problems for salespeople. So what do you need to know and why? I'm Scott Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about something you really need to be paying attention to, and that's the market change. So right now it's August 2019, and somewhere between the next 18 and 24 months, there's going to be a huge course correction. And a lot of people are not paying attention to the world of sales, just thinking everything's perfect, nothing's ever going to change, I'm going to go close a bunch of deals. Employment rate is at an all-time high, everything's going to be good. And that's not the case. You know, we're at the top of the mountain, at some point we're going to slide. And I'm not like, hey, a super huge pessimist, but I'm just saying, realistically, it's going to happen at some point. Mathematically, it has to happen. And so I figured I'd put together a list of things for you that you need to know about your sales skills, plus a bonus of what you could do to prepare today, right now. So first thing is you got to have good follow-through. And I'm not talking like, hey, I'll get back to you at some point. Like if somebody asks you for information and somebody says, hey, I'm really interested in your product or service, then you do everything possible in your hands right now to get your information in front of that person. And there's been 2 times in the last month where I've dealt with 2 separate salespeople that just blew me off for things that I need, like right now I need. But the market's so good, they got so much business, they're like, I'll get back to you whenever I can. Okay? So 1, follow through. 2, follow up. You're going to have to learn how to follow up. You're going to have to learn how to hit the pavement, make phone calls, send text messages, send emails, and you got to start preparing this stuff now. You know, it might take you a week to get all of your content ready. I have templates, right? I have email templates that I use. I have text message templates, and I can just go in and, once I create them, I've got them forever. Right? But most people don't think this way. Your ability to follow up is going to be your ability to have an income on a down market, because most salespeople right now completely lazy. Most salespeople are lazy in general, but most salespeople are completely lazy. And then once again, couple that with AI, and a lot of this force is going to be taken off. It's kind of like people don't understand how fast this technology is coming upon us. Okay, three. You need testimonials. You need testimonials about your skills, your capabilities, your products, your services. You, not just the product that you sell. You, because it could be a good chance that your company that you work for can go under. And I don't mean like, hey, the sky is falling, everything's bad, everything's horrible. I don't mean to sound like that. I'm just saying, like, look, you need to have a game plan. You need to have the ability to go to another company and say, these are all the reasons why you should hire me. Like look at all this list, right? I got all these people who say that I do my job. I got all these people, and then they tell the story, and you may have to explain to the person, like, this is what I need in the testimonial. And if the person agrees to it, they'll sign off on it. It's cool, no problem, all right? 4, build your own list. So James Johnson lives here in Las Vegas. We did a podcast last night, jamesjohnsonsalescars.com. Quick shout out to James. And we were talking about how important it is for you to have a company within a company, your own list. And, keeping track of people and creating your own CRM and sending out your own message. Because if your company closes that you're at and that person goes looking for you, they can't find you. So your own list becomes super huge and super important, right? So you have your own company inside of a company, meaning your clients that come to you, you keep in contact with them for their birthdays, for the holidays, and you send them out cards, you send them out emails, whatever way you want to do it. There's plenty of courses out there that teach you how to do this. 5, have a strong social media game. This means you're going to have an Instagram account, a Twitter account, a Facebook account, fan page, stuff about you, and I would say clean it up. And, it's the in vogue thing to do right now, to say some outlandish stuff and to say a lot of curse words in your videos, but I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of old school people out there that are in the retirement age that they don't put up with that. They look at it and they scoff at it and they go, that's not cool, right? So you got to be careful about what you say and what you do on social media. There's some really big influencers out there and they get away with it because they're freaking influencers, right? So social media. So Ryan Stewman's got a good book, Social Media Millions. You can check it out. $20. It'll give you a good game plan. 6, learn to video edit. Video is huge. It's not going anywhere, it's not changing, and you need to know that. So learn how to video edit, learn how to put videos together. Like it's impossible for someone to say, I really can't afford it, because there's a lot of cloud-based apps right now that you upload the video and it allows you to do the video in the cloud, so you don't have to have a fast computer. And the programs are like $50 a month, or sometimes they're like $200 total all in, and you're good to go. And you're like, hey Scott, I don't know how to video edit. There's videos of kids that are 12 years old that'll show you how to do it. It'll make you mad because I got a squeaky voice. Here's what you do, right? But learn how to video edit. Seven. So 7 or sign language 7, right? 7, master networking. You're going to need a lot of connections. You're going to need to be able to talk to people. So, you know, you have to have a network of people in case stuff goes sideways. So there's networking meetings, there's LinkedIn, there's all sorts of different ways to network. Now, the wrong way to network is to get on the Facebook or social media and connect with somebody and then automatically start selling them. You got to deliver some value to them first and find out a little bit about them and figure out what they do and how you can help them, okay? So networking. And then 8, the bonus. Here's the bonus. Have multiple banks and sources of financing, because what happens is in a downturn market, banks dry up, money dries up, and you have to be able to find capital. And right now, capital is really easy to find. You can get it anywhere. You're like, hey, I need to borrow $1 million, and people are like, oh, $1 million? I thought you needed $1.5 million. $1 million? How about 10? Right? But when things go sideways, it's not like that. It's really tough to find money. So you need to partner up with as many banks as possible. Doesn't mean you have to open an account, but you need to start that relationship. I promise you, it's coming. Like, and nobody's paying attention to this, and everybody's like, yeah, there's going to be a downturn in the market, but they're not thinking. There's two things colliding. There's the market and there's AI. They're coming together. It's going to be nothing but problems for salespeople and nothing but problems for business because nobody's paying attention to what's going on. You know, you look at some of these apps now. Apps are targeting high dollar commissions. So real estate agents are really being targeted because what's happening is the internet and the technology sector in the Silicon Valley is like, okay, where is there a lot of money right now? Oh, the people who make a lot of money are the people who are in the real estate agent business, and you know they're making 2 to 3% on a $500,000 deal. They're making 15 to 20 grand of your equity. Right? And they're calling people out. I think there's like 6 or 7 different apps right now that do this, okay? So, you know, there's like the targeting of any job that has high income is getting targeted by apps because now the app is getting the commission and it's taking away the resource for the salesperson. And so it's coming, right? And the march is going on. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, sometime in the next 3 years, salespeople are going to get rated. There's going to be some sort of social review for salespersons. So like Sylvan Bell sells technology. I sell cameras like I'm using right now. I'm going to have ratings for me coming in the future about like what's going to happen and how I sell and how like I got like 5 stars or 4.5 stars and people are going to be able to write about me. And you're like, Scott, that sounds crazy. Like I've given you like a huge lesson here and I'm hoping that you're paying attention because let's be really optimistic. Let's say it doesn't happen. Let's say it doesn't happen in the next 18 to 24 months. Well, you've got a really good game plan for when it does happen in 36, because it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. It's going to happen. Super important lesson today. If you could do a huge favor for me, I got 2 things. Normally, I give 1, hey, subscribe, but I got 2 things. If you got a friend in sales, share this with your friend in sales, because they really need to know what's coming. They really need to prepare. And if you have enemies in sales, just don't show it to them, because you don't want them to see it, and you don't want them to have a game plan. But nobody's thinking this way right now. Second, subscribe. Find the subscribe button. Click on it every time I send out a video. You'll get an update. This is Scott Bell Consultant. I sent out another fantastic video, probably from the beach or some cool location like Vegas or Florida or Texas. Pretty soon, Tahiti, Australia, the Philippines, and Japan. We'll see you soon. Thanks for dropping by. Aloha.